Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is October 3rd, 2017, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, we've got just one event really coming up today, and that's a GBP number that's coming out at 10:30 South African time. It's a construction PMI number, and we'll just it's just something to be aware of. Okay, I don't think it's going to change the direction of the market, but it's something to just be aware if you are in some positions in the GBP. But let's look what's happening in the markets. So we're going to go with the Euro USD here, and as you can see, we've straggled down to 117, and we're just holding and flirting at this 117 level. Okay, that's a round up number, and really, the euro should be getting stronger here, but it's not. It's getting weaker. Okay, and the reason why it should be getting stronger is because the Dow Jones just exploded yesterday, and we'll look at that in just a moment. But as you can see here, we're just trading at this 1700. So, flirting at this level. Okay, we mentioned this yesterday that we would continue going down. We were trading about 1740-ish level yesterday. We can, if we do breach this, okay, this 1664-ish level, if we continue trickling down, there's no reason we can't, hit it further down. So just keep an eye on this momentum, because we've had really 1, 2, 3 bounces on the side on the way down. So this is, I don't want to say usually, but as the bounces further down get smaller, as it has right here, we look like we're due for a bounce. Now, I just don't want to celebrate that too early and come to the party too early. So what you can do is just keep an eye on it later today to see if we do breach these levels further down. If we do, the 1790-ish level, if we do continue breaking it down with some velocity, then I wouldn't think about buying it on the upside. But if you see that it's consolidating here, it might be a good idea to actually buy it for this small bounce. Maybe a 20-30 pip bounce might be realistic here. Looking at the GBP USD, finally played catch up. Okay, we're looking at a weekly calendar. Let's look at it at a 4-hour calendar. And we finally played catch up. Okay, we straggled to come in for a long time. We were consolidating in this area, as you can see here. Okay, a long time we were consolidating in this area, and finally we were broken down on the downside. Now we're hitting support level. Okay, and the reason I had it on the weekly calendar is because I wanted to show the support level here. And as you can see, we've had it, for quite some time that we haven't hit this previous level. So once we broke this out right here, that was a major level for us to break out, 132-ish, 133-ish. Now we rallied up to 136. Now we're retracing to 133 again. I would anticipate some sort of support here. Okay, this is actually a decent support area. So I'd look for some sort of a bounce here. Okay, but just don't expect it to be overnight. Okay, it might not work out. It might continue trailing a little bit further down, and if it does, then just close it out. Okay, there's no reason to get really heavy here and really aggressive here. And the reason why, okay, is that if we jump, okay, usually we don't do this, you don't jump to the equities market, but if we jump to the Dow Jones here, we're trading at 22,550. Okay, this is a colossal move. Okay, we're up 4,500 points since Mr. Donald Trump became president of the United States. I don't know if everything is attributed to him or to just situational, but the point is that we're at all-time record highs. Okay, we looked actually at one point that we were going to maybe trickle down. Okay, as you see here, and then we never broke the 14-day average, and we just took it up higher. Okay, and we mentioned this earlier yesterday, that we looked like we wanted to take it up. We were trading just at the highs, and once it takes it out on the highs, there's just this massive move upwards. There's no telling how much further we can go. Okay, so with all the velocity that this specific symbol has gone, okay, if we look at this on a monthly calendar, I mean, you could see the just the enormity of this move relative to previous moves that we had, right? I mean, considering the short time frame that we're looking at, we've done something like we didn't do in the amount of time in like less than a year. Okay, so there's no telling how much further this is really going to go up. No economist, not even Warren Buffett, is going to tell you how further up this is going to go. But you see that it's an upward trend, And until it just proves to you that it's not an upwards trend, then I would change my directional. But for the year, okay, since last year, okay, which has really been, at the bottom of this move, and we'll just highlight it, okay, which was really this. This is November 8th last year. We've just gone vertical, okay? And there's nothing really to stop us to going vertical, in a continuation. I mean, within the last 12 months, we only had one red bar down and was mildly down. I believe that was in, the end of January time, okay, of this past year. And then that just propelled us even higher. So, just keep an eye on this. Just respect it, okay? Don't chase it up because it's really scary to sometimes chase this up. But just respect it and understand that it's an upwards momentum, which means that everything else, the dollar should be getting a little bit weaker, and everything else should be getting a little bit weaker. And we're looking here at the gold, okay, and gold retraced very nicely, okay, and it looked like we finally got our head and shoulder position here in gold, okay. Here's the head. This is one shoulder. This is a lack of a second shoulder, okay, and then we just took it further down. All right, this was a great play on the upside also and the downside because we broke this 1300-ish level, okay, which we had these previous two resistance level, okay. We took it up to 1350 and then, just colossal way down. So this was really a layup, okay. It was very easy trade. If you made money on it, congratulations, good for you. Now we're hitting some sort of a second support level at this 1270, so keep an eye on that as that unfolds later today. If we do continue going up in the Dow Jones, we may just, continue going down here, okay? And there's a further, my next real support level in gold is 1256, okay? So just keep an eye on that as that resolves itself later this week, and as we progress. Looking at the Aussie USD as well, okay, we're below this 78 level, okay, we're breaching it. That's also a decent major level for a support level here for the Aussie dollar. So keep an eye on that as well as this unfolds. Looking at oil, we get back to our momentum. Oil retraced from 52.95-ish level down to $50, okay. We didn't break this higher range on this side, okay. We said if we broke this higher range, we may continue going up. So it could be that we're just taking profits right here, all right, and we may, continue going up. But at this rate, all right, at this situation, we're retracing a little bit and correcting our upwards momentum that we had, okay. So just keep an eye on that as well as this unfolds later today, and we get into oil inventories later in the week. Now, looking at the DAX, okay, just off of the Dow Jones, we're at all-time highs. We're not breaking higher, but are all-time highs. So that means the Dow is taking the lead. The lagger is becoming the leader, okay, in this situation, and pulling everything else up higher. And the DAX, as you can see, is, at 12,904, right on top of its, all-time highs that we hit back in the end of May. And, for this time of year, for these, symbols to go up is very meaningful because this is usually a sell-off time during the year, okay. And if they're going up, then that's a major indication that we could continue going up higher. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.